Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villain Report, and Red Zone Rant. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla, Grosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and Maniacs. The nightly podcasts are Palace Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports. Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, The Michigan Truth Sports Podcast, Off the Rails, NFC Northeast, Power Hours, and Detroit Lions News. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe, and comment.
Here locally in the community, make sure y'all go check out Meat Bodies by Jeremy Jones.
Good evening and welcome to the Lions Fan Cave Chat. Yeah, you got me. It's Smoking Jeremy B as your host. We have Austin Hacker and, of course, B. Strilla the Thrilla. And Dan Leonard is playing with his meatballs, so he'll be here as soon as they're done.
That did not sound right.
I'm gonna ask him if they're saucy or not. I see coffee is in order. It's been a chilly day here in Michigan.
Yes, it has.
So what's funny is I got the thermal version of your mug.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to get that. Yeah, I want to get that.
Walmart, $17, cheapest place to get it too. I looked at it, saw it there, and debated on it, and put it back. And then I went online to NFLShop.com, and then I went to Fanatics, and I used all these different podcasts, little save your 20% off. It still was 3 times as much. I like, nope, I'm getting it for $17 out the door. But that being said, that's the same with anything. It's just like this polo. This is the same one on Fanatics that they sell for $45. $27 at Walmart. $23 plus tax and shipping if you get it shipped to you. If you don't live in the state, for those of you that live out of state. Walmart.com, people. Live it, learn it, love it. But I'm going to go over the injury report before we even get into the game. We all know it's Titans versus Lions. It's not war week, so I decided not to wear the camo this week. But for us, it's Christian Mahogany and Josh Pascal. Everybody else has been a full practice all week and a go other than their rest day, which they did on Wednesday. Closing the cottage, and it's going to be 70s next week. Bummer. That is a bummer, Joseph, because you didn't even invite me to pick me up on the way back. What's up, fellas? Breaking news. Bronny James sucked, but his dad guaranteed him a part-time bench warming spot. Hey, LeBron James for the L.A. Lakers are what Aaron Rodgers to the Jets, a bad GM. Come on, that was good. I don't care what anybody says. But for Tennessee, they got 3 guys that are definitely out, and that's starting tackle Jalen Duncan with a hamstring, linebacker Cedric Gray. I believe that was the kid out of Tennessee last year they drafted, and the guy they traded for this year. And Legarius Sneed. Hey, look at that. I mentioned balls and Leonard shows up.
Oh, you'd be a smart ass already. I'm going back to bed then. Fuck this.
Just playing. Yeah, prayers up to Josh Reynolds. That was horrible to hear what happened to him. But you know what? I made a mistake because the report came out at 3:30 in the afternoon and it said 3:30 and I didn't read it. I thought they were talking 3:30 in the afternoon. No, it was 3:30 a.m. Friday morning was when the shooting happened because they left a strip club.
And what was the strip club's name?
Say what?
What was the strip club's name?
I didn't see it. I didn't even look.
Shotgun Willie's.
No.
Shotgun Willie.
Self not be going to a strip club. Shotgun Willie's. Sorry, I just can't do it.
And Moonscar Bled and other Chicago news, the Chicago Bears dumped Velus Jones Jr. third round pick, proving once again they can't draft and it's not a slam dunk. But they actually waived him today, yes. Yeah, the whole story is some scary shit because he was shot in the left arm near the shoulder and in the back of the head. So there hasn't been any more news if he's stable or not, or if all it was said is that he was in the hospital being treated, and it was left at that. They didn't say critical condition, any of that stuff.
They said he's fine. The coach went in to go see him. He said he's fine. The most thing he is shaken up about it. That's about it. But he's fine. He'll recover.
Okay, so looking at the rest of their list, you got Jerome Baker, the guy they just got from Seattle. He's injured already. Jarvis Brownlee, the rookie corner, is out. Will Levis, he's out because they're starting Mason Rudolph. So Captain Red Nose Rudolph is playing. Tajay Spears is questionable. Devondre Sweat is questionable. Calvin Ridley, he returned to full practice on Friday, so he's a go. Kenneth Murray, full practice. Julius Chestnut had a full practice. Keandre Coburn, their rotational defensive lineman guy, he had no practice. And it says knee and then it says illness. So it's looking like he's probably not a go. And Jeffrey Simmons is a full go. Ha, he goes, yeah, I left out his name. But yeah, it's 100% some scary shit. But I want to apologize to Fred Peterson because guess what? Stupid shit does happen after midnight. Go home by midnight. This shit don't happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was who was that was the Notre Dame coach that said that first? Lou Holtz, right?
Yeah.
Don't go out after midnight. Nothing good happens after midnight, boys.
Right, just like don't feed the gremlins.
Mm-hmm. So, Leonard, how did the meatballs turn out? Are they saucy?
He might be engrossed in watching the Yankees right now.
I know. I know that both teams have been leaving people on base. Patty Grimes. Well,
what's up, Patty?
It came out good. I paused my mic so I can go get some more, actually.
Okay.
Go have some balls.
And my Moonstar Blade says the midnight rule is so true. I've lived that. You know, I found if I stayed out past midnight, I usually like to be at a place that's close to a friend's house, and I walk there and pass out, and I don't have any issues. I'm just saying. And there's times where some people just don't know how to read a room.
Well, you get to our age, you know, going out past midnight is like that's way past my bedtime. I'm in bed at midnight, you know. Even if I'm watching a movie or something, I'm in bed at midnight. I don't try to stray too far away from that no more.
I'm a second shifter, so I go to bed about 1, 2 o'clock. But if you think about it, equivalent to when I go to work, that's like a midnight bedtime. So that being said, the only thing that Tennessee's got going for them really is the defense. That's what I've seen. The offense is ranked in the bottom 5. The defense is ranked in the top 5. It's a tale of two teams. And at no point when the Lions were bad did we have a top 5 defense. I want to say this again.
Lions was bad all the way around half the time.
Yeah.
What's up,
Smoking Dad? I've been waiting. Had it queued up and ready. Yep, so it looks like we're pretty much going to be without the only defensive line guy that got a sack last week. That's going to hurt. It's looking like it's going to be the rotational IR guys, and we have to use Houston again because of it.
Mm.
They got Muhammad and
Agude.
Isaiah Thomas playing too. So
Yep, and they're debating on bringing up Agude too due to the injury to Pascal. And I expect them to dress him. You know, they got to take 7 guys and make them not dress and dress 7 and all that stuff.
all this stuff they're talking about Isaiah Thomas, I want to see him out there, see if he's actually that guy.
Yeah, and he's been a full go all week, and that made me happy. And you know who else has been a full go all week? Isaiah Williams, and I heard he's been showing out at practice. So that's probably who we're gonna have up and dressed and not the healthy scratch like he has been the last 3 weeks because we're down Williams.
Yeah, I think Timmy P is going to be taking a lot more snaps.
Him and Raymond both.
Yeah, him and Wiz Khalifa.
Yep.
They're going to be both taking those snaps, so that's good. I mean, as far as speed wise, that's going to be Khalifa is pretty fast, but as far as speed wise and stuff like that, I mean, as much as we talk about JMO and how good he's progressed over the years he's been here and over the seasons he's been here, I don't. If he doesn't play, he's not gonna be missed like that, like right. Aiden Hutchinson. Or if it was Amon St. Brown, we'd be having problems.
Where he will be missed is in that run blocking downfield opposite St. Brown, because you notice when they're running, they have them on opposite sides. That way, if they go in either direction, they got a good run blocking wide receiver. But Tim Patrick isn't a slouch.
He can block.
I know. I was giving him credit.
Mm-hmm. He's a good blocker.
Yeah, he's been good. But I'm just saying, JMO is on that other level where he can chip a guy at the line, chip a guy in the linebackers, and then take out the safety. We've seen him do it on many drives, on many occasions in the run game, and that it's just so cool to see that out of a guy his side. Oh. The views and opinions of Jeremy Bulrick Jr. does not reflect that of Kneecap Biting with the Motor City Lions, nor I Smoking Jeremy B. No, I would not bring back Nate Burleson and sit Tim Patrick. They never released what the substance is, but Adam Schefter said it had to do with ADHD medicine, which there's only like 5 of them. And it had to deal with it being switched from a name brand to a generic. And all generics are made with substandards compared to the main product. I talked to a guy from Eli Lilly Pharmaceuticals, and he explained it. The line they use for generics isn't cleaned up as much as what the stuff is for the name brands, because it has to be reach certain criteria for the name brand to go through it. So every now and then you can get false positives for other shit. But the fact that they said performance enhancing substances.
Jimbo juice.
It's not steroids or HGH. So
I didn't say it was. I made a very vague comment.
I know, but I'm sick of that fucking statement. I've heard it all week.
On top of that, I was really disappointed is that they didn't fight that. I don't know what was the meaning behind it. I think I can tell you what I think. My opinion is the Lions told him not to fight it.
I think JMO decided not to fight it with all the negative stuff he had, and he manned up and took it because they said the Lions could appeal it themselves, and I think JMO said no, because if we appeal it and they still uphold the suspension, then I'm gonna miss Green Bay and Houston.
Uh-huh.
So if you get it over with, him being gone against the Titans isn't as big of a deal.
I wouldn't be
That
surprised if the Lions organization told him to just take the appeal because the Lions got this thing where they just don't like fighting with the NFL about stuff, and I think
well,
that's
when
that's this guy do with the Fords in general over the course of time that they've always been
but,
like that.
but you're not talking about the same Fords either. You're talking about Sheila.
It don't make a difference. It's not a cultural change when that comes to that. I mean, she's going to do what she's going to do for the team, yes, to make it better, but it's still going to. She's still under that NFL thumb. That's the problem I don't like. But
Yes,
whatever.
Mosley and Iffy has been back working with the trainers, but neither one of them are going to be on the field this week. So that's 100%. I mean, if you read it, he goes, "I was told this week." In other words, he wasn't told weeks ago, like everybody's rumoring. I mean, I have the statement right here. This is verbatim what he wrote out to the Lions and the city of Detroit and everything else. This week, I was notified by the NFL that I have been suspended for the violation of the performance enhancing substances policy. The news came as a complete surprise that I am still trying to understand. I don't take supplements or vitamins. I am overly cautious about even taking over the counter medicine. At no time have I ever taken something in an attempt to cheat or look for an unfair advantage. I understand that I am responsible for everything that goes into my body. I have to take accountability in this instance. I have nothing but love and respect for this game, my teammates, coaches, and the Lions organization and the city of Detroit. It is disappointing to accept the suspension, and it will hurt me to be away from the team as they prepare this week. So, out of respect to my teammates, this will be the last time I address this matter. JMO. And at no point in there did he say what it was either. And I think Adam Schefter had the inside information right on the head. And he said, even if JMO doesn't want to do it, the Lions could do it. And I just think JMO's been like this ever since it was found out that after the 85% of the players in the NFL didn't know that rule that JMO got busted on for gambling. He said, I'm just going to take it. He didn't appeal. They just reduced it because they realized it was a stupid rule. So
Well,
who
I
who
I, feel,
knows?
I felt that whole this is what I'm talking about. When you listen to Dan Campbell's press conferences, in the beginning of the week, he said that he didn't expect JMO to be there. Period. Period.
Zach,
He didn't make speculation or appealment, or we're gonna appeal it or he's gonna appeal it like that. He already knew that he wasn't gonna be on there. So see, that's why I feel that it was a Lions organization that said, you know what, JMO, just take this one for the team, bro. Because I
see,
don't
and
want to be
I disagree with you. I'll just agree to disagree because he's done this every time. This is the second time he's been suspended, and he treats it the same way every time. As soon as he finds out, you know, it's at least he found out from the NFL this time. It wasn't like the last time where they contacted his dad. He found out from his dad because his dad saw it on NFL Network before he even got a notice from the team or the NFL. That's dropping the ball all the way around.
well, like I said, if you look at it one way, you can look at it another. That's all I'm saying.
And if it was Viagra is a testosterone booster, and that is considered a PED. It's PES. PEDs have a different type of hit. Like when Golden Tate was taking the fertility medication from the doctor because they were trying to have a baby with his wife. He got a 6 or 8 game suspension, if I remember right on that. It wasn't 2 games like this. If it's anything that falls in the testosterone boosters, HGH, or steroid, that's an automatic PED, 6 games to 1 year suspension. Ask Sean Ryan of the Packers, he knows.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So the fact it's 2 weeks means it's one of those other 797 other things on the list than anything that boosts your testosterone or steroids. And let's not forget, there's 199 other things that are not approved by the NFL yet because they haven't done enough testing. So that's 996 items you can get busted for. other than steroids and HGH. It's a total of $9.98. I know you're just playing. It's just I've heard everything from everybody else. I've heard the JMO juice stuff all week. It gets old, and I got annoyed by it because you saw it like every hour in all the other teams' things about JMO, that he was cheating, that they need to take the win away versus Minnesota and all this shit, and I got tired of it.
Yeah, of course, that was a Minnesota person that said that.
I was just gonna
No,
say
it
that.
actually was a Packers person, so we'd be tied.
I hope
James
when he retires, he starts a
Bradley.
healthy juice place and calls it JMO Juice, because that'd be fucking great.
It would be great as a turnaround.
James Bradley in the NFC North stat. He is he's a Minnesota fan.
Yeah,
He
but there was
the one
like
saying that.
Isaac Choctaw and all those other pack cards.
That's the one I noticed the most saying that. Though.
But
Yeah.
that being said, keys to the game is the same as it is for any other game. Run the ball, establish the pass. On defense, stop the run, make them one-dimensional. And if Tajay Spears ends up not playing with that hamstring, they'll be one-dimensional.
Well, I still got Tony Pollard.
Ricky Sakat in the chat. Look at that.
Running game don't even bother me because we stopped the run. So
I know. We do stop the run, except not last week.
still didn't give up 100 yards though.
Yes, we did. We gave up almost 150 total.
Who?
So all the running backs and Sam Darnold combined, it was 150 yards on the ground. They only had four less. They only had 4 less rushing yards as a team than we had.
Yeah, I don't count Sam Darnold running.
Yeah, you do. That's rushing yards.
I do not, and that's final.
Fine, you don't. I just know it. When I look at the team stats, it was pretty much almost dead even. Yeah, 5 yards less. They had 139. We had 144.
Aaron Jones got 93 yards. Tyson Chandler got 4. And who is this motherfucker? Oh, Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson even got 3 yards.
Yep.
So it was 7 yards plus what Aaron Jones got. So yeah, technically they got 100 yards. Exactly.
Yep.
Because even not counting Sam Darnold's 39 yards. I wish they stop letting non-running quarterbacks start running on us like Purdy did last year. I hate that.
Well, Sam Darnold actually ran on the Rams too, so you can't say he doesn't run.
Well, he was probably running because he was running for his life at that one point.
Well, yeah, after Darisaw went down, he was. But I just wanted to point that out. But like I said, I'm even though everybody can say we're taking it lightly, statistically, it looks like this game should be like 42-10.
I don't know who's saying everybody is taking it lightly. I've heard things like, "Oh, this is going to be a trap game." When has this team ever had a game that they call a trap game? They never have
really.
a trap game.
The only people that beat the Lions is themselves anymore. We saw that last year versus the Ravens. We couldn't get anything going. They were stopping the run, and we looked lost. Once if that run game gets stopped, we're a different animal.
But would you have called that a trap game?
Fred, I want to apologize. You're absolutely right. They did leave the strip club in the middle of the night. Good Lord, he comes right in saying, "Fuck the Yankees."
Well, fuck you too, buddy.
I was being nice. I was not even acknowledging the fact that there's a Yank Me symbol on the screen.
I had to make sure that was on the screen.
Those go with meatballs.
Right. You know what? When you say the fire's lit, I always think back to that first movie of Top Gun. Time to kick the tires and light the fires.
There you go. What's up, James?
You know what's funny is everybody forgets it was in that movie first before it was ever said an Independence Day by Harry Connick Jr.
Mm-hmm. a lot of nice quotes came out of Top Gun. The first one, that is.
Mm-hmm. Very few out of the second one. The second one was good, but not as good.
Yeah, it was just Maverick. was like 110 in that movie. So
I swear, it looks like he's starting to look like Dick Clark, like he's getting younger as he gets older. Lots of plastic surgery, I think.
could be.
So,
Just small
um, yeah, it's Jeffrey Simmons. We got to watch out on that D line. They're 100% their pressure creator right now. It's uh, from the middle and occasionally the defensive end. Yeah, I know what the point of strip clubs are, and the fact that Josh Reynolds' wife left him last year is why he goes to strip clubs. So I don't blame him, and he's got the money to do it. But at the same time, be out before midnight.
Fuck that, man. Just have the strippers come to your house.
Yeah, OF girls are a lot cheaper, and they don't say no.
right. Exactly.
Just saying.
So James said, Leonard, that correct me if I'm wrong, but the pinstripes are symbolic of the Yankees being pencil dicks, right?
Oh yeah, Blazing Saddles have a lot of good quotes. Excuse
Oh
me
yeah.
while I whip this out.
Yep. Pencil dicks with 27 world championships. It's okay.
Yep, that's fine.
You're still getting pussy.
Good Lord. You know we're on Roku.
I don't know what that.
Oh, are we?
There's things you can say and things you can't say, and that's one of them where you're pushing the envelope.
Hey, man, there's got to be an SPCA around them somewhere.
Harpazo is in the chat. Fred Peterson, Moonscar Blade. I love it. You guys are here. Fred, be nice to Von Doom. He has to suffer through Daniel Jones' career in the Giants season. He still has 10 games in 3 months to go.
That's true.
I've done enough stupid shit, and I'm a nobody, let alone being an NFL player. He would have a target on his back. Besides, I'm good looking and charming enough. I've never had to pay girls to give me. Yeah, I get you. In Toronto, how we sum up the Yankees is one blowjob is always better than 9 Yanks.
Fred keeps saying, "Fuck the Yankees."
He's just trying to get Leonard going, and it will.
Sooner or later.
Nope.
He's
It gets me to that point. I'm just logging out and going to bed.
He's eating his meatballs. Leave him alone.
He's preparing them balls well.
Saucy.
Saucy. Love you, Von Doom.
Motherfuckers.
So, do you agree with my keys to the game, Austin?
Yeah. I think big thing for us is getting Gibbs and Monty going, and with the offensive line, I don't see that as an issue. But yeah, like you said, what was his name for the Titans?
Jeffrey Simmons.
Simmons
and Harold Landry.
Those two are going to be our biggest.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you 100%. Those are the guys we got to watch out for. Arden Key, he is not that much of a sack rusher. He's more of a run stuffer anymore at his age. Bistrilla, do you agree with it?
Yeah, I mean, the thing about the teams that play us, they might have. It's like Minnesota. I keep trying to tell everybody, nobody's seen the Detroit offense like they've been playing. It's kind of like how I talk about Chicago and the teams that they play. They're actually gonna play a good ass team this Sunday. So we'll measure what happens in that. Whereas when people play, they got a great team, they're top 5. Well, so was Minnesota. Minnesota was top 5 defense, and we still beat them. So.
Okay, Fred, that's enough in the chat. Come on now.
You bet.
I love Michael Huck's comment though. Meatball, sausage, and Yanks. This show took a quick turn towards the gutter. I like it.
But I also think that Goff will have a pretty good game, and I wouldn't be surprised if he goes another like 12 for 12 in the first half or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the one thing we found out, and that's watching two of the last three teams be good at blitzing. We can't say Dallas is good at blitzing when Parsons and Lawrence is off the field. So
Well, and the Titans don't blitz. This is probably the team where the Titans are going to be the least blitzing team we're going to face this year. They rank in the bottom. I think they're only blitz like 20% of the time.
yes, they were, James Burgess. So Von Doom, what do you
Yes,
think
sir.
about the game this Sunday for the Lions?
Bengals will win by 20.
Yeah, I kind of said it's going to be like one of those major blowouts, 20-30 win games.
Then you should
Because,
take Harold Landry home with you.
right, I said if it was allowed in the league rules to be able to trade for him at halftime, I'd like that because then he could just switch uniforms and move his stuff from one locker room to the other while he's here, and then have an assistant go get his stuff from his home. But when I started looking into the stats of these second tier guys, you know what? The best second tier guy that we've talked about is Harold Landry. He has almost the exact same sack production in his career as Hassan Reddick, 45 and a half sacks. He's 28 years old, so he's young still, got a couple years left in his prime. I think it's a good idea that he's the guy we get.
Yeah, I think he's a better get than my man from Cleveland. I'm not
I
really
think
trusting
Garrett's a
him.
better talent, but I think for
Garrett.
compensation wise,
Not Garrett.
100%.
I'm not talking about Garrett. We're never going to get Garrett.
Oh, you mean Zadarius Smith? Yeah.
Zadarius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at Zadarius Smith sack totals, they dwarf in comparison. He's had 19 in his career, and he's 33.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing he's got is 2 interceptions, 4 passes defended, and 4 forced fumbles for Harold Landry.
In his career, and he's 33. So.
No, I'm talking. Harold Landry's only 28,
Oh.
and he's got all that.
Oh, Harold Landry.
Zadarius Smith is 33, and all he's got is 2 forced fumbles and 1 fumble recovery, and I think it's 19 sacks. Hell, Aziz Ojulari almost has that, and he's only 26. So I think I'm reordering my tier twos.
That'd be another good guy.
I don't think he's even 26 years old.
Right, I think he's 25, turning 26.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I didn't know, Dad. You're talking about Babe Ruth, and I know he was one of the greatest hitters to ever play the game, but I didn't know when he won his first batting title. So when he was a pitcher, he had 11 home runs. That was a long freaking time ago because all anybody ever talks about is his Yankees career.
That's all that really mattered.
Oh, jeez.
That's how it is, man.
I heard the Browns GM slam the phone down after talking to Brad. I don't want to start that rumor, but if you heard it, Fred Peters says, "Sorry, boys, I'm whooped and I'm off to bed. Y'all have a good night. You have a great night, sir." And I apologize for correcting you, but the report came out at 3:30 in the afternoon, and that's why I thought they were talking about an afternoon thing. I had to go back to read the actual report, and then when I saw 3:30 a.m., I was like, "Holy shit! I owe Fred an apology."
Hey, you're all right, JB.
Isn't John Dorsey with the Browns?
No, John Dorsey is with the Lions.
Oh, yeah. He was with the Browns, though, right?
Yeah, he was. He was the guy that drafted Baker Mayfield.
Yep.
It seems funny, Bob Quinn gets fired on Thanksgiving after getting beat by Deshaun Watson while Deshaun Watson's going through everything and ended up with an 11-game suspension. Bob Quinn says, "Well, he cost me a job. He's got to be a pretty good quarterback. Trade for him."
You're hurting my head.
Is Ruth to the Yankees the equivalent to Barkley to the Eagles? Woo!
No, because the Eagles still ain't gonna win the East even.
Yeah, I think the Commanders are winning the East this year, guys. Much
Yeah,
I hate
that,
to
I
say it.
got.
You can get even show a semblance of defense. They're going to be good.
Mhm.
And
Stupid
they
stuff.
have. That's what I've been saying about this team. This defense is sneakily better than everybody gives them credit for, and I think the Bears are in for a test. And that's whether it's Mariota or Daniels starting, because
Yeah.
Mariota came in and that offense didn't miss a lick. I owe you an apology too. What for,
What?
Austin? What for, buddy?
Well, I want to know.
For making you mad about golf in the off season? I apologized for that months ago. As soon as the deal got done, I apologized about it. Oh, here comes the murderer's row for the new late Yankees. It's Soto, Judge, and Stanton up. When did the Honolulu Blue Flu begin? No, it was not last year, because if you go back and look, almost every team that we beat or lost to, regardless, won their next game last season. It started with the NFC Championship game. That's when the streak of the teams losing the next game started. But I'm only talking about this year because last year shouldn't count towards it. It's only been proven this year. And even Adam Schefter has jumped on board with the Lions hangover. After tonight's Vikings loss to the Rams, the teams that the Lions 1 week are now 0-5 the very next week. Excuse me. Got a little gas, had some pizza and lasagna. Uh, Rams lost to the Cardinals, Bucks lost to the Broncos, Cardinals lost to the Commanders, Seahawks lost to the Giants at home, no less. Cowboys went on the bye, and Vikings lost to the Rams. And I'm going to say the Cowboys lose to the Niners this week because
Mhm.
Honolulu Blue Flu sometimes carries over 2 weeks for some of these teams.
Mhm.
Dallas has no business losing. I don't think there's anybody left to catch a ball or run the ball at San Francisco right now.
Debo's been out of the hospital and is questionable to start instead of out. Ricky Pearsall is the healthiest receiver on that team, and that's scary because he was shot 2 months ago.
Yeah.
You can't make these headlines up, people. They write themselves, almost like a joke. Kittle is actually supposed to be back this week. That's going to help them a lot. Um, Garendo and Mason, it doesn't matter who runs the ball. They run the ball just like they do when McCaffrey's in because the O line's good.
Yeah,
So
and Jennings is out too.
God damn it.
Yeah,
yeah,
Jennings is doubtful,
yeah, he's
as the
doubtful
last I
with the
saw.
hip,
They
doubtful
said
with his hip injury.
he's out right now.
Yeah, they
He's,
they usually upgrade him
he's
to
out.
out.
And
Nope,
then
Honolulu flu was not a thing. It's been researched. It didn't start last year. It started at the NFC Championship game because of the game that we played with San Francisco, and then they turned around and lost. You can't say that about the Rams because they sat for half a season waiting to play again. Same with the
and
Bucks.
Eric Kendricks is back.
Donovan Mitchell's going to sell him a parlay. Yay, Donovan.
Mackay's coming back. Brandon, not what's his name? The corner is coming back too for Dallas. That is.
Oh, Joseph Austin says I owe him an apology because he never would have heard of Von Doom. Ah,
And Tony Montana. Say hello to my little football.
oh, that was a good movie too. I mean, outside of the campy parts with the team, I think the team parts were some of the worst parts of the movie. And all the stuff with Al Pacino, Michelle Pfeiffer, and the background looks around a team and the gameplay part of it, that part was great. Do you agree with that, Bistrilla?
Uh, that wasn't Michelle Pfeiffer. That was what's her face? The one that played in the other football movie. Well, the one that the hell is her name?
Or that was Michelle Pfeiffer in that movie.
What the hell was her name? I just watched it the other day.
What movie?
Any Given Sunday. Oh, Cameron
Diaz.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cameron Diaz. Yeah. But all of them had. I mean, it was probably about the realest football movie that at the time.
Her background looks into how a team runs and all the other doping shit and all that.
On, yeah. Lawrence
Let's go, Stanky!
Just go,
Jesus Christ, dude.
Let's go, Stanky.
Sorry.
You have to remember that you're on a show. Screaming hurt.
Yeah, Stanky just hit a bomb and freaking took the lead for the Yankees.
Good for them.
Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah. Yep. The second best movie for Cameron Diaz was There's Something About Mary. Wow, is that hair gel?
Yeah. My hair. That was great. Yeah.
Looking like a unicorn walking out.
That was a pretty funny movie.
Yeah, Extra Super Hole.
Brett Favre was in that movie.
Yeah. How'd you get the beans above the crank?
You got Jack Flaherty.
Yeah, well, maybe the Dallas game last year, Lions lost, but it was a false positive. Yeah. I know.
Oh yeah, what's that guy's name? I know what you're talking about, James. The dickhead. The hell is his name? He plays a dickhead in a lot of.
Was it William Oliver? No, that's the director.
John C. McClinney. John C. McClinney. He was a reporter that was a dickhead in that movie. Yeah.
Yep.
He got shoved by Al Pacino.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? R.I.P. Joe Rogan.
What? Watch this podcast earlier. He's alive and well.
Yeah.
Can you boot that guy?
Died. Yeah, Bad Teacher was good too. I like Bad Teacher too.
Yeah, that was Bad Teacher. What was the one that had? Was that the one that had Justin Timberlake in it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That played her love interest in it. He was in other teams.
Yeah, that was some good shit.
Nothing new there about the Pistons.
News that isn't news. Pistons getting their asses kicked. Back to you. Yeah, that isn't news. I seen a girl that's a content creator that's a Detroit sports fan, and she was pretending like she was somebody from each team in the state. And she sit there and she's got the Tigers, and they piped up like they were trying to lead the meeting and looking at the Red Wings and Pistons saying, yeah, we kind of need you guys to do something this year. And all of a sudden the Red Wings guy just, why the fuck is she leading this meeting? It should be you, pointing at the Lions and everything else. And then and the Lions one goes, well, you're right. And she's right. You two need to do something. And then all of a sudden, Joe Rogan is not passed away. I just checked. That was poor news.
Yeah, I didn't
reporting.
see any news on it or nothing like that.
It's not true.
Yeah, nowhere in here. News or nothing.
I mean, if you guys are gonna put something in my chat, I'm definitely gonna check it as far as that's concerned. Good news and bad news for Miami. He was activated and cleared concussion protocols. It looks like he's starting Sunday.
Bad move.
We'll see how that goes.
We don't do political talk here, but interview happened. But anyways, this is a sports talk show.
Doesn't Roman do
What's that?
a couple of sports? And doesn't he do something like a sports thing?
Yeah, he also has a sports themed one that mostly deals with Dana White in the UFC and MMA and all that.
Right,
He's
he's a
also
good
a sideline guy that does announcing for the MMA.
Yeah,
He's doing just fine from what I just read. He didn't even get sick or get hospitalized today. So whoever reported to someone that he passed away, they're wrong.
Yeah, that would have been all over social media by now.
Yeah. TMZ would have had it out faster than anybody else. I don't want to see Tua's brain get mashed again. It's not real, Zoe.
You know what? I don't even care if Tua becomes mashed potato brained. He's the one choosing to keep playing.
Yeah, he found the doctor somewhere outside of the state of Florida that cleared him to play. So that's his. I did not report. I did not report it. I said he did not die. I looked it up myself. Somebody put it in the chat, and I was like, no, he's not dead. I didn't report it. I don't report false news.
Yeah, Joe. I know it's up to him, but
somebody's trying to get me shut down for false news, and I didn't say it.
Tua said he's not wearing a Guardian cap either.
Yeah, I know. That's where he's really stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Lion King in the house saying, what up, though? What up, though? We're sitting across top the NFC North, and everybody else is 1.5 games behind right now. Those are facts.
Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah.
The fact is, Jamison Williams got popped for performance-enhancing substances. So he's out 2 weeks. He accepted it because he doesn't want it to be appealed and get upheld, and then he's out long later on. We're going to need him.
It also eliminates the distraction from it.
Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm.
And as of week 8.
You know what?
This channel did not report that. So I think I'm going to have to just go start blocking. I did not say he passed away. I told somebody he did not pass away.
There's no way we're all over Twitter.
It's not cheating. PEDs are steroids and all that. Rams going to win the West? They don't. Who knows? That whole division's up in the air because nobody seems to want to take it.
Well, Rams are they're getting healthy.
Of course, it's week 8. I feast on the blood of the weak and wither in the shadow of the strong. Because the Bears haven't beaten one good team yet this year. Detroit Fan Report, how you doing, sir? It was someone in our chat that said it, and I'm thinking it's probably either a Vikings or Packer fan. Good job, guys.
Side note, the Bears might win a game against the winning record this year. They got to play the Commanders this week, and Jaden Daniels still isn't cleared.
Nope, that's a PEZ dispenser. Haha. How you doing, Bandit? But it is that time of the night. Do we start at the top or do we start at the bottom, B?
Ooh, start at the bottom. Because I love
start at the bottom. It's FDB. Fuck the Bears. In third place with a 5-2 record. Fuck the Packers. In second place with a 5-2 record. Because they got skull fucked by the Rams.
By the refs.
And in first place, and still Kings of the North, it is the mighty, mighty Lions with a 5-1 record.
I mean, somebody did bring up a point, though. Even if that call got even made, You think they're going to march? They haven't done. They didn't do it the whole second half. You think they're going to march 90 yards down the field and score a touchdown? I just didn't think that was possible. It
I
just wasn't
did
possible.
not. I think I'm gonna have to start blocking everybody because I did not report it. Somebody in the chat said it, and I refuted it. It was someone in the chat. So find the guy in the chat that said it first. Matter of fact, I'll go back and find it for you. That way you can call him.
All right, James, take the puppy out. Let him do his thing.
It's Jesse Moore is who you want to talk to. But it is time for me. Nope, we cannot discuss on the phone because I told them it didn't happen. Brandon Services, our Brandon Services, the sponsor. It is located at Grand Traverse in West Atherton Road, 602 West Atherton Road. Where? In Flint, Michigan, where the water's shit, but the tires are good. Stop in and check them out. Used tires starting at $45 and up, depending on size and condition. New tires. Call to get your quote. 810-233-8230. George or Red is who you want to talk to. If you mention this ad and tell them Smoke and Jeremy B sent you, you will get $10 off your set of tires.
There you go. Yeah. Probably.
Oh, Nighters and Jesse Moore is just Joshua Dorr trolling. Ban them all. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I probably will. I guess I'm going to have to go boot some members and go lose some subscribers because anybody that's going to do false reports on my channel, they can be booted. No, I have told you again, Lion King, I have had 4 patrons buy tires from the shop. So you were the first, and I appreciate it.
Hey, James came through with the tires, didn't he?
No, he said he's going to come one of these Saturdays, either this Saturday or next.
I thought he was on his way up here to get tires. Oh,
no.
Who was supposed to come up here to get tires the other day? Remember they were on their way?
Oh, that was Patty.
Patty, okay.
They were going to call up there in the morning that day. Quite sure that if they got them, I'd hear something.
Right.
So I am not going to sit here and report false news. Have a great night, everybody. And remember, try every day to be a better person than you were the day before and not put false nukes in chat rooms. That's the only way we're going to make the world a better place.
Assholes. Anyway.
Blaze Design Company, I didn't do the